synonymous, there you go. But the first NBA player that Toumani Camara ever met in Belgium. Biombo did a camp there, and although Toumani missed that shot, DC said, Biombo, use some of those blockout drills that you was teaching a young Toumani and the other Belgians to try to stop me. It's probably still not going to work. Donovan, it's tough to keep off that glass.
He didn't know how to handle him.
No.
Biombo lets his frustration show. Banton ascends, swings it over here to Repair on the edge. He'll drive it into a power hook up and in over Champagny. That's a great move from the young Frenchman.
Yes, it is. He did a lot of that in Chicago as well.
12-0 run. Blazers on top, 22-13. Then he talked his way back out onto the floor. That was impressive. Went back to the locker room. They did a quick adjustment. He came back out.
Yeah.
Repair knocks down a three. Ryan Repair. Great change to Repair. Deflects it out of bounds.
Those Roops taking it to the paint. He's got a lot of length with that wingspan. He hasn't been growing, Kev, at the rate this season as he did last season.
Yeah.
It hasn't been by the game this year.
Rebound.
Good hands, Justin.
Long lead pass out of backcourt. Knocked down. Minaya the other way. Crossing over. Speeds into the paint. Going up there hard with the left hand on a bank. Beautiful maneuver in the air. He had a similar play. A little reverse left hand. Tipped out of bounds. Plays a ball.
Two-way play from Justin. He uses that right arm to get into that passing lane right there, which was the correct arm to use. And then attacks with the layup. Kind of fading away from the basket.
Coughlin will bring it across midcourt. He is checked by.
Ooh, there it goes. There goes that tandem.
Oh, look at the recovery and a deflection.
Yeah.
Still, San Antonio hangs on. Barnes.
Oh, man.
Rejected by Klingon. That was a series of terrific defensive plays.
Yeah, Blazer fans, get used to this. Because this is what you're going to see with this guy guarding the ball, and then the other one off the ball, and then the other one down low to protect. Had a chance to talk to Coach Billups.
Trying to toss inside on the roll to Walker, but it's intercepted by Vassell. Out ahead it comes to Kelvin Johnson. Look out.
Toumani got hit in the mouth on that play.
Ball volley, grab Vassell.
This guy's crazy.
Toumani, he's drawing another one.
Yeah, he got hit in the mouth on the first contest.
Popped right
He
up.
was talking to the ref about it and then got right into position. And it's this element of Toumani's game, as you watch him slide right into position, that is really cool, because you can go on that website, CamaraCase.com, and you'll see him
over on a high screen, trying to look off Klingon. Inside of
get that
rejected by Klingon out here where Sharp makes a play on it. The 8th game of the year.
It's impressive.
39 years. He turns 40 in May. You do a little pest control in there, brought to you by Axiom Eco Pest Control. Thought I'd step in there, Lamar. Usurp.
Good hands, Roops.
Yeah, Roops with a pick. Finds Barry into the lane. He barrels in there and he's fouled.
We discussed this in the Chicago game. Roops is cut from that cloth that Toumani is cut from. The way that he wants to pick you up full court. He wants to be assertive with his hands and his feet. And his feet move really quick too. In a bit of an unconventional manner for somebody of his height.
And all of them have been a little dark, but you don't know who was the body in the river, right?
I don't have it.
Body in the river.
I don't have any sense at all.
Okay, you see that in the first episode, so that's not.
I don't have the numbers, but I'll say my phone was lighting up last night and this morning with, let's just say, the dad with the Duke shirt on this season. A lot of memes like that from the Duke game last.
Let's take a look at tonight's Alaska Airlines dunk of the game.
Chris Murray handling the ball, taking on the pressure, and then taking on the back line of the Spurs defense. Up, over to the side, and then up again. Before sending it down.
A little double pump there.
Yeah.
Blazers a 13-point lead. Murray insists and exerts his will on Champagny across the baseline. Nice little move, going to the strong hand on a spin move.
What I really liked about that move from Chris is he waited for the traffic to clear with the help defense. We get to the point where Chris has the ball and starts to drive. And we'll give it a quick freeze. Down here, Harrison Barnes, Chris is going to wait for him to move. So we'll go ahead and let the play roll. Once Barnes goes out, then Chris reattacks. He slows down, gets the help out.
The year. Talked in some publications here this spring about coming back next year. Since as long as the family is good with it, I want to come back and play. Apparently he's getting the okay from the family. So it'll be interesting to see where he's at. Here's Sharp into the lane. Double pop, threading his way through traffic with a finger roll. Then on the inbounds, Banton gets a hand up, deflects it away from the great one. It's grabbed by Murray, and he'll lay it in.
The scrappy defense.
Out of bounds. It will be given to the Blazers. Nope, San Antonio.
Shade and get him pushed out far. And Kev, he still beat his defender on the curl. Now Delano's got the active hands. He's looking. Gets it to Chris. 2-on-1 right there with Shade down low. Chris finishes the play.